It is TV powered by World Sports Betting. It is the times. Co.za. Belouizdad from Algeria won. Orlando Pirates from Africa du Sud in Orlando West. Lindo. Ningabase Orlando West or Pirates. Yes, Orlando East. Yes, Orlando East.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Itim got James Sofa Sonke Mpanza. Namanye kamadoda amadala amaqala ngapha Algeria. I bet team as Algeria ngimpama madoda. Mohau Nkota scoring a brace in the first half, should have scored a hat-trick actually. What was remarkable, if you didn't see this game, is that Orlando Pirates never looked out of place. In fact, we're so proud that you watch the first half and you're like, oh, this is a game actually. Like it's okay, this is a game to watch in African football tonight. Like you could have chosen a lot of other games to watch, even the UEFA Champions League, but this was the game because one of the questions that Paris had to answer is, how are they going to look like in Africa? So babona mabefika Africa ukuthi bazobanjani izobaphatha kanjani Africa. Well, they answered that question because they were really good in the first half. In the second half, maybe you can critique or criticize what they did because they allowed Belouizdad to come to them. In fact, Belouizdad could have scored an equalizer in this game. However, would have, could have, should have, Orlando Pirates go away with or come back to South Africa with all 3 points. From Orlando Pirates captain Tso Vilakazi, what do you make of the game, sir?
Ezimnyama ngenkanza kephuzula umuzi ngamasipala zawenza wawo suke la zaya le phezulu le thiwa hayi Pirates ngeke ilunge Champions League yasePitori what hayi bakhumbule bonke abantu ukuthi abantu abaqala Champions League la eSouth Africa
Of the bunch.
Yeah, Mr. K, look, I'm very happy. I'm very happy, pleased with the performance.
Were you surprised?
Of the team.
Were you surprised? Like what we saw. So I know that you've said they must win the Champions League.
Yeah.
Dark or blue, rain or sunshine.
Yes.
They must win the Champions League.
Yes.
But were you surprised that, okay, you guys don't usually play group stages every year.
Yeah.
In fact, we were trying to push you to say, please take the Champions League seriously.
Yes.
Were you surprised tonight?
Look, I'll be honest. I was surprised in terms of the tempo, the way they were playing, the chances that they've created. Because yes, I knew that they will play, and yes, they will try there and there. But I didn't think that they will really do it like the way they did. And I'm very proud of the boys, Mr. Kewu. Seeing Pirates. When was the last time the Baba group stages? It's been years, and that's why. We always say this, Mr. Kewu. It's very important for the young players to play in the junior internationals, under 20, under 23, and also get to the senior team. That experience helps a lot because you can see Nkota like they were not scared of that crowd. I mean,
they were not swallowed by the
occasion.
occasion.
We can see the flyers and
Gafio.
everything.
And you saw the fireworks. It was red all over.
Yes. So that character from those boys, for me, it makes me to be very proud of the team. And everyone worked very well, very hard. They created chances. Nkota, boy, well done. Next time, it's going to be cheap in Fanagiti. Bheka yazi manje ngaba ngikhuluma manje ngabe ngithi ngicela ukolala I'm telling you because you did everything right, but I'm happy that you find yourself in those good positions. You create chances, you score some of them, and even when you miss. It's football, it happens to the best players in the world, but keep up the good work. The only player that yes, he was in the game but not as I wanted to see him is Uloduzana Mfukeng, but he played his part in terms of us getting the first goal where that touch Nkota got a goal.
Yeah. My instinct after watching this game, especially after the first 45, was South Africa has 2 formidable teams now in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Sundowns Champions League because there was a year when Cape Town City was there with Sundowns and then they were gone. Yeah. There was a year where Joanne Galaxy beat Pirates very early on.
Yeah.
Maybe the last year where a team other than Sundowns did well in the Champions League was when Chiefs went to the final.
Yes.
And we watched the whole campaign. We know how bad that was in terms of the matches themselves. Like the matches, this is not even a diss on Chiefs. Like literally we watched them and we're like, This maybe indicates that
Yeah.
something is wrong with African football because it doesn't, the combos don't combine
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
because it wasn't positive front foot football, attacking football. Do you genuinely believe that as a country we now have two formidable teams, or because we've already seen Sundowns earlier on, it seems as though Pirates might be our best hope of something special in the Champions League? Maybe not winning it, but they might go furthest and further than Sundowns, unless Sundowns sort themselves out.
Sundowns bafuna indoku, Mr. Nkeo. Bafuna sibashaya. They can't do this. They can't do this. I mean, for Pirates to be where they are now, I think it's time, Mr. Nkeo.
Yeah, it was about time.
Yeah, it's time now, and the coach has built his team, and it's more or less the core is still there
a
for the
progression.
past 3 seasons, and that's why I even said at the start of the season that Pirates this season they had to be in the Champions League. They have to, if for me to win, they must get to the semi-final. If they get to the final, that would be a bonus.
Yeah.
Because why? It's been long for them to participate in the Champions League. They are in the group stages. Tonight it started on a very, very good note. To go and play away and score 2 goals. You cannot ask for more. And look, they've learned that to play away tonight, they will explain to us, they will tell us that it's not easy. Especially the second half where this team was coming, using the width, putting those crosses. But those boys, they did fight, Mr. K.
Let's talk about that game management. So, because that was a worry for all of us who were watching
Yeah,
the second half.
yeah.
Because I was like, okay, you guys were a little bit panicking, and I was saying, look, Paris has 2 goals.
Yeah.
And the team talk was, we have 2 goals.
Yeah.
Find a way to defend those 2 goals. But then, of course, you guys have experience. You will know that if you defend, eventually, because you are in your own half, in your own third, people are going to score. But I kind of understood it. And I said also, I was saying this to Junior, I was making this point, that, okay, this was a bad game management in a sense because you allow the opponent to come in, to come through and attack you. But it also means that Pirates will learn from tonight. They'll learn against Al Ahly. They will learn against the team from Ivory Coast. I forgot their name now.
Yes.
They will Abidjan. They will learn. So it was a good lesson tonight. They could not have known those things in advance. They have to be through them to know, it's not a good idea for us to score 2 goals and stop playing. Maybe let's circulate the ball a little bit better.
Yeah, Mr. Gary, like I said second half that, tell Mufokeng and Nkota to stay there, the other thing that you can do, you take out maybe Umahopa and reinforce the midfield. Then make them babe flat so that why the other one on the left can cover when they want to use that width on the right. Then the other one will cover the left side if they want to use that. Then this one is staying there in the central. Any ball that they get, then they use. Because those guys, what they were doing, even their fullbacks were going up. And then now, you're forcing Mufokeng to throw back. You're forcing Nkota to come back. So, when are you going to hit them? Because they're the ones that they need a goal. We're leading 2-0. So, frustrate them. Leave those 2. Take out Mahopa out. Put Raseboja here. And say, okay, Raseboja on the middle right. Mbata, middle left. Makitlen sit here. You, Mbata, you cover on the left. If that guy goes, you win the ball, you play Mufokeng. Same applies this side. Raseboja, you win the ball, you play Nkota. Then from there, those guys, I'm telling you, they're going to be frustrated, Mr. Keo. But that's how you learn it.
And they're going to learn, that's the point of making overall that although there are things to criticize in the second half, and they could have conceded a second goal, number 1, they got the 3 points. Number 2, they will learn lessons from this. Of course, we are assuming that, we're hoping that they will learn lessons from this, or they might just go to another game and also have the same approach as well. Most importantly so, they went to Algeria. They were never swallowed by the occasion.
Mr. Nkeo, that's why I'm saying I'm proud of this team. Especially these young boys at this stage in that crowd, that look, we don't care, you can be million of you guys, but we are here, we're going to play our football that we know, and we're going to create chances. And that's what they did. They created those chances, they scored those chances. For me, it's all about learning. They learn, they get experience now that in these stages, this is what we must expect. Sometimes it's not going to happen that we play the way we want. Like second half, the game changed. So now they need to learn to say, oh, okay, we play away, so we need to defend. We defend, we need to draw back. But now when you draw back, remember that you're adding a number. Instead of having maybe 12 players in your half, now you've got the whole 20 players in your half. Then you're inviting them. But let me tell you, Mr. K, I'm very proud of the boys. Well done, boys. And keep working, keep pushing. It will happen when the right time comes.
All right, just a final word on Kanye Samayo, the South African. I said to you, we watched Ufagla K just before the AFCON play against the Sundowns. He plays for Pyramids, of course. And we were hoping, because we were always praying for the South African players, Abo Mokwana playing in North Africa. We're like, okay, if you're playing against us as South African clubs, then we're looking to hype you. We are looking to build your profile further. We are looking at your performance. Just a last word on Kanye Samayo.
Yeah, well done to Kanye Samayo. I mean, he came in first half, and for me, he looked like he was a bit lost because he was like running all over. But I said that, if he's gonna be in that box, we're going to have a problem, because I know that this boy is very smart. He's good in the air, and he's got power and a good technique. So if you can avoid the crosses, then I think it's going to be safe. And unfortunately, they had a corner kick and they played short and then a cross, good header. He did very well. He came in, he didn't
made
disappoint.
An impact.
Yeah, look, Mr. Keo, he did what I would say we expect from him, to say, look, you in, show us why you are in, and he did exactly what he needs to do. And good goal with the header, and I hope he's going to continue work hard.
There you are. Thank you very much, Mr. So-and-so. Iqela le-Orlando Pirates lahamba ke laya kwilizwe lase-Algeria. Kwiqela eliyesheshe kwi-league okwangoku. iBelouizdad ayidlali kahle kakhulu kwi-league yase-Algeria. Imidlalo, I think, isibhozo, 8 matches, bawine emibini, and then the rest is either draws or losses. So seyiqhwabela izandla ke-Orlando Pirates into yoba iye ngaphaya. Ngoba iBelouizdad ibisandobetha i-MC Alger, ibisandophakamisa kweform. Bayabonakala futhi nendlela bayibamba ngayo ibhola, indlela bayipasa ngayo ibhola, indlela bazithembe ngayo ebholeni, into yoba noko ayingobadlali abachiphu abo. Islam Simani besibazi ke kwi-Leicester City nakumanye amaqela, I think kwiPorto bekuba khona, kwi-UEFA Champions League besibabona Islam Slimani, kodwa namhlanje abakhange bamnike nomnika isikhewu sonto bakwazi ukhabela epalini kaSipho Chayini. Siqhobela izandla ke Orlando Pirates into yoba ke ifumane amanqaku amathathu kulo umdlalo. iDiskiTV, this is Times, was suspecting.